Alright, since I don't have any Wi-Fi or service here, I'm going to be... Oh no, I don't need the jack because the jack, she already has a jack out there for me, which is perfect. Her name's Shantae. I have to remember that because I don't want to be rude. Shantae needs front brake rotors and discs replaced. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. I'm lifting the car up right now, and I'm gonna grab my blanket bar. My racing car. So I'm gonna grab this thing. So let me put my gloves on and get started. Okay, so I got the nuts loose. I'm just gonna jack the car up until it's off the ground. A little more, and then it's off the ground. Now we're gonna put the jack stands that she provided nicely. We're gonna make sure it's, so you know what, we're gonna lift to its high potential, and then there we go. I think that should be okay. Actually, one more. Let's see if we can get one more. Okay, that's it. That's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. Hold on, one second. Well, we're gonna just take the wheel off right now and do it like this. Hopefully you can see me what I'm doing right now. I'm just taking the lug nuts off. Making sure I don't scratch your rims. And then we're going to take this wheel off and get started. These brakes. I don't want to rush. My wife already told me not to rush. Just when I rush, I tend to skip some stuff and whatnot. But sometimes the wheel's gonna be too tight or too like on there right there. So whenever you take the lug nuts, it's still gonna be hard. So what you want to do is just give it a little couple of bumps here and there, and then it should just pop off. And then after that, just for extra protection, you want to put the wheel under the car for just in case, you know, jack stands do tend to go bad. So now we can, oh wow, yeah, you can for sure tell she needed brakes. They were literally on its last legs. The rotors, she doesn't really need to replace the rotors. I'm gonna let her know that she doesn't need to replace the rotors. Maybe I can save her a couple of bucks if she returns those rotors. I'm gonna check the other side though, just in case the other side is bad. But this rotor, in my professional knowledge, this rotor looks okay. Only needs the brakes, but the other side can be worse. So let's go to the other side. Okay, this is a prime example of all the bolts are out. and the wheel, it's still in there. So I'm gonna set you up real quick and show you how to undo that quick. Just do a couple of bumps here, over here, and there you go. Nothing really major to it, but as you can see, this rotor did get chewed up. If I was me, I would still run this, believe it or not. It's still okay, but we're gonna replace them either way for her. So let's get to doing that real quick. Okay, a couple of more steps before you want to change brakes is open up your brake thing. You want to put your cap up on there so nothing falls in there, but put a rag or something so whenever you finish doing the brakes and stuff, you can pump them back up and it'll be good. Because normally sometimes people think that you need to add stuff to it, but in reality all the fluid is in the lines and stuff. So, and then the brakes are, you know, all the way down, so, you know, the oil's in the piston and stuff. So yeah. Okay, so after you take so what I did is I loosened these up a little bit because I know these are super hard to get out. I took the brake caliper off, and right now I'm just taking off the brake pads. Oh shoot, I need 2 hands for this, I think. Oh yeah, I need 2 hands. Okay, set you down, see if you can see me. Hopefully you can. If not, I can redo it. Oh, I see. There's clips up here. So there's gonna be 2 clips and then your brake pad. Wow, yeah, super bad. And then the same on this side. 1 second. Maybe grab a pry bar or something, since I'm already gonna change the brake calipers. It doesn't really hurt them right now, but okay. I'm gonna take the old stuff off because we're gonna put new stuff on, of course. And then we're gonna continue by taking off the brake caliper bracket, which I believe is an 18 millimeter. The one for the brake caliper is a 9/16, or I use a 9/16, and it isn't. That wasn't an 18. That was a 16. This one had an 18. Oh, there it is. 18. And still it's a little loose. So let's try this 17. 17, I know I have a 17 in here. If not, we can use here it is. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's a 17, so. Lucy, ready, Teddy? Let me just find it. 17, socket, because it is. There you go, 17 socket. So that's not gonna work. And then comes off. A little bit of leverage. Well, good thing it fell right about here, okay? So we're gonna do something about that and use this handy dandy clip here. Oh, we're gonna use this handy dandy clip right here. The clip on something. Or actually we're gonna just set it off right here. It's not gonna hurt anything. It's not putting pressure or tension on the thing. So, hello. So we'll put these to the side for the brake caliper bracket. So I'm getting confused. You can't get confused. They're two different sizes, but and then the bracket comes out, and then you have clear shot of the brake discs. So you take these things out. I don't know if the new calipers have them, but usually you just take them out, but since they're on there pretty good, we might have to pry them out. So we're going to have to pry them out. They usually put non-anti-seize on these things, but how can we take this off? Well, I got it. Just put some pressure. Ooh. Okay, we're just gonna have to hit it. How do you take? I'm trying to take more, but I can't. I'm trying here with the non-hazard side. These are on there. How do we? Jesus Christ. They're not even budging. Okay, so if they're not budging, just get something in there that you can wedge in there and just pull. There you go. You see how that thing came out? Okay, now we need to hit it on the other side. Wow. Ow. Now we just need to do the same on this side. Just make sure you don't get anything valuable. like what do you use? Just make sure you don't like hit anything, like your brake dust shield, you know, and make sure I didn't bend it. The bracket here for your hub is not gonna break, so that's where I use the leverage for what I use. Oh, this breaker bar, I just put it under here and then use some leverage. Puppy came right out. So we're gonna install this new one real quick and we're gonna get back to it. I'm gonna cut the video because it's a little bit too long, but I got everything out on the one side. So I'm actually gonna do the same thing right now to the other side, just because I don't want to struggle on taking the caliper out again. Hold on. And there you go, both sides taken off. Now it's just putting everything back together and then bleeding the brakes, or not bleeding but pumping the brakes. I need to figure out how I'm gonna do that. Shoot. Hold on. So I'm trying to update you guys on what I'm doing every time I do something. I just tried to push the caliper back up, and remember I told you in the beginning of the video that some people make the mistake and fill it up beforehand. Don't do that. So I don't know if you noticed in the video, in the clip prior, there was little to no fluid in here, and I pushed the caliper back up, and then now you can see some fluid. So I'm 100% positive that once I do the other side for pushing in the caliper back in, it's gonna go up to its original fill line. So here we go. All right, see, now that I pushed in the other caliper in, you can tell that the fluid actually overflowed a little bit, which is okay, it's not bad. I have a syringe, I think, in here. Hopefully I can take some of this fluid out so it won't overfill whenever I put the cap back on, but I actually think if I just put the cap back on, it should be fine. So let's try that. Let's try just to put the cap back on, and look at that. Cap is back on. We're going to, whenever we put everything back together, we're gonna pump the brakes until it's like hard, and then we're going to see this fluid go down back to its original max. So let's get everything put back together and get going. Okay, so these brake pads came with new hardware, but this hardware was not fitting the caliper bracket, so I decided to use the old ones because it's more safer. She was gonna run into problems of it squeaking or rubbing down here if I use these, because on the inside oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. On the inside, on this part right here, it's more smaller than this side, so it was gonna contact this end like this, you know. So we're all done. I just gotta put the tires back on, and if you can tell, the fluid is good, so it's good to go. Just putting back the tires and we're done. Okay, and just like that, you finish the brakes on the Koa Hyundai N line. Beautiful car actually. But let's go get the customer and let them know they're ready to go. Those beautiful brake discs. Wow. New brake pads as well. I have the Civic out here as the workhorse right now. What up? It's your boy Edgar D. You know what I'm saying? Reppin' Protex. I'm not trying to make this outro long. I didn't make an outro for that video, but her brakes are good. She hasn't said anything to this day. It's been a couple of days. I did that job on Saturday last week, and it's Wednesday, December Wednesday. I got some merch coming up. I have some beanies on my website right now, on fuckwhatyoutthink.inc. hit me a follow on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. You know, comment on YouTube, give a like and follow, and you'll see some more videos of me. I have a 2008 Honda Civic. My wife drives a 2010 Honda Accord that slammed to the ground almost. But you know, there's gonna be more videos coming too. You know what I'm saying? We'll be back.